Hey guys, welcome back to our robot arm project. Today I want to add another feature to our program here. So just a recap. I have code right here that we did last week, and what we were able to do is add increment commands to all four motors, and I used the four corners of the keyboard. So if we look at our code here, we said that Q and W, it opens and closes the claw. And each time I press Q, it opens it by +5, and W is it closes it by -5. All right, so Q and W control the claw, and moving down we had O and P controlled the base motor, and then we had N and M controlled the lift motor, and then we had Z and X control the extend. And we did verify that that worked, so just real quick, let's just upload this, make sure everything's good. Here we go. There we go. I'll go to my monitor. So Q, let me move this down so we can see better. So Q and W, so that's working, you can see the claw. Let's do O and P. O and P. Then we have Z and X. That's for the extend. And then N and M for the lift. Okay, so that works. One thing I want you to key in on is that um, we can actually push the motors beyond the limits. All right, so I'm going to do Q and W. That's for the claw. So let's say Q. All right, see its position right now is 150, 155, 160. So I'm going to keep going. And you see how it goes to 195, 200, and it doesn't really make sense, right? Because the motor can actually only go up to 180. And so let's fix that. So let's make it so that if it goes beyond 180, then it should not go any further, right? And then also the same, if it goes to 0, it also shouldn't go any further. So let's just test this going the other way. I think it won't work as well, but let's verify. So W is to go the other way, right? All right, see, it's going, it's going, it's going. All right, see, and then it goes to -60, -55. So here, I'm pretty sure it's going to keep going down to 0 and then past 0, to negative numbers. Now, I don't want to do that. The reason why is you can already see my claw is already opened up um, way way too big, right? So if you remember back here, I'm looking at the code right now, right? Remember we did the min and the max, right? If you think about what those numbers were for, those numbers were there to protect our motor from going beyond the limit, right? So for example, this claw right here, let's look at the claw. Oh, you know what? I didn't even make a min and max for the claw. We should probably do that, but it looks like open is 90 and close is 180. So it looks like the the min is probably 90 because if I want to go beyond that, um, it's it it's probably going to be like in this situation, right, where I'm going beyond 90 and opening it up, and it's causing stress on the motor here because it can't really open anymore, right? So what we want to do then is we want to make sure that our program is smart enough so that if we go greater than the max, or it won't allow us to go greater than the max, and then also it won't allow us to go lower than the min. Alright, so first thing, let's do this claw thing. So let's add a max and min. So int is, let's go claw motor max equals 180. Because, you know, close is 180, and that's okay for us. Oh, let's fix this. So maximum of 180, and then the minimum, claw motor min, we're going to set it to 90. Alright, and I'm going to move these up to here to match everyone else. Alright, the claw motor mid, I'll ignore that for now. That's okay, as long as we have a max and a min. Okay, so now I have a claw motor max of 180, claw motor min of 90. So now I need to make sure that I don't go greater than this one, and I don't go less than this one. So how are we going to do that? Let's go down to claw move ink. Okay, claw move ink. So what happens is we get a new angle, and then we set claw position to claw position plus whatever that angle is. And remember, if the increment angle is negative, it'll go claw position plus a negative number, which will actually make claw position smaller. So we know that this works. Now, what we want to do then is add a check. Check to make sure, I'm putting a comment, that new position is not beyond the limit. Okay? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to say if claw position is greater than, we're going to do the higher position, or the greater position right now. So claw motor max, right? We're going to then set claw position equal to claw motor max. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. We're saying we're going to set the claw position to a new claw position, which will be whatever the claw position was plus the new angle. So after we've done that, we have a new claw position, right? So then we're going to say, okay, so now my claw position, is it bigger than claw motor max? Did it go beyond my claw motor max? If it did, then let's again update claw position, but let's set it to exactly the claw motor max so that it won't ever go past it. Alright? And if it doesn't go over the claw motor max, then just we won't do anything. It won't do this piece of code. So let's just make sure that this works. Okay, I'm going to upload here. So this should prevent it from going, this will prevent claw position from going greater than claw motor max. Let us make sure. Alright, so I think it's Q, right? Alright, so it's going. 450, almost there, 175, 180, and look, it won't go beyond 180. Now I think what would be nice here is for it to actually respond and say like, hey, I tried to move +5, but you've reached the max. Okay, so how do we do that? Let's go here. We'll just add another print statement. So serial.print ln. I say you've reached the max limit, like that. Okay, so that tells you as the user that your motor actually didn't move because you reached the max. Okay, so that's helpful to know. All right, so let's upload this, make sure that this works. There we go. Okay, let's try again. Q is going. And let's go 180. Okay, so 180 is good. Now I'm going to do one more, which should be 185, but then my code will catch it. There it goes. It says, you've reached a max limit. My new call position is 180. Okay? So now we have a little notice here. Cool. Let's go back here. So let's do the opposite of that too, the claw motor min. Let's make sure we don't go below. So how are we going to do that? Very similar. If claw motor or claw position is less than claw motor min, then what are we going to do? So in this case, our claw position is less than claw motor min. Then we want to set claw position to claw motor min. All right, so exactly the opposite that we have up here. And then let's go ahead and do a serial print. You've reached a min limit. Cool. So since we know that this piece of code works right here, this should be super easy. It's just really the opposite of up here. So let's just make sure. Always good to make sure. Monitor. All right. So that's Q. Oh, let's go W. Cool. It's going down. Oh, and check it out. It's already reached the limit because 90 is the smallest. So you can see that each time it tried to go, and it did not work. Okay, great. So that seems like it's working. Let's go Q up to 180, and I've reached the max. Let's go W. Should open, and then reach the max there. Okay, cool. Now let's go ahead and do that for all the motors. All right, so I'm going to copy this over. Copy this. The reason I'm going to copy this because it's going to be very similar in all the other for all the other motors. So I'm going to copy, and let's do insert it right after the base motor position. I pasted it in. Now let's change claw position. So this should be base motor, right? This should be base motor. This should be base motor, and that one should be base motor. And then claw motor max, well, that should be, because this is base motor max. Copying that, base motor max. Okay, I think that looks good. Then we have base motor min, base motor min. Okay, cool. that should work. And let's check. Base motor max is 180. Base motor min is 80. All right, let's just run a quick test here. So now my base motor should be protected. All right, I think it's O, right? Cool. And now we're stuck at 180. Go the other way, and I should get stuck at 0. Stuck at 0. Cool. Okay, now let's quickly do the other ones. So I'm gonna copy here and do the same thing for extend. I'm gonna go under the extend motor position there. Let's go ahead and fix all these. Extend motor to extend motor max. Extend motor position to extend motor max. Cool. And then this one too. Extend motor position is less than extend motor min. Extend motor position. Extend motor min. Okay, cool. That one should work as well. And what I'm doing here is I'm testing each motor, right? So it's good to, it will probably work. I'm almost 100% sure it works, but we should always just make sure. All right, so the extend motor. I think it's ZX, right? How far can I extend? Okay, so 150 is the max extend. And then let's go negative. And 50 is the min. And what's nice, you can see when I got to 50, it basically, you can tell mechanically it can't really go beyond that. And our program here matches that, right? It says once it got to 50, it wouldn't allow you to move anymore because you've reached a min limit. So you can see also it's just nice for the user to see, okay, this program is smart enough to know not to push the motor beyond what it can do. Okay, so let's do the last one. Almost there, guys. Lift motor. So after lift motor position, same thing here, guys. Update all the variables. Lift. Cool. Here, lift. Lift. Lift and lift. All right. Double check this one and we should be set to go. Okay. Let's do a lift here. N. Let's see how far it goes. Oh, it goes up to 180. That's cool. And then coming down. And then down to 90. Alright, guys. Things look pretty good. Now we have all our limits set up. Just one quick thing, as I'm noticing this, there's something I don't like, which is that you see all the commands, they all seem grouped together. It'd be nice if there was a space between each move, right? So that would be, so I think it's my new lift motor. So I think it's after this. This is the last command that comes up. So let's put a new line after when it says my new lift motor position is blah, blah, blah. So over here, serial.print. So one way we can do this, guys, is do this serial.println and just put a blank line in there. So that will give us a new line. So let's try that. Cool. Okay. Let's see how it looks. There. Much easier to read, right, guys? Cool. That works. Let's just make this, put this simple fix into all the other ones too. So it's for the lift. This is for the extend one, and we want to put it right after here. All right, that's for extend. This is for the base motor one. And then the claw motor one right here. Cool. We'll just do a quick test, make sure it all works, and then we'll be done. Okay, so claw. Cool. It's working for me. And then let's do that seems to be working. And then looking good. All right, so that's all we have for today. So what we've done was we added limits to all the motors, and then we've also added spaces between all the commands so that they are easier to read. All right, that's it for now. Talk to you guys later.